Good evening and salutations, my GH fans. Where do I start off with first? Okay, writers are doing some very interesting stuff. A lot of this stuff is out of pocket. Some of it's interesting. It's like I never know what kind of episode I'm gonna get each day. I don't know if that's a good or a bad thing. But we're gonna start off with I was gonna call it Lisa. Olivia and Tracy wanting Olivia to get a chef. At first she's like, no, I don't want to do it. You know, I can feed my family, this, that, and the third. I'm like, boo, you're running a major hotel. You're co-owning a major hotel. And you have way too many mouths to feed. Up until the point where your son is eating nothing but peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. Which are good, by the way. But every day, all day, that's a little different. So Tracy's like, so Olivia is telling Tracy, listen, I'll find a cook or whatever. Meanwhile, Sasha comes to see, well, Sasha is in the Metro hotel, sees Carly, since she's waiting for Sasha and everything. And Carly's like, listen, how about I hire you, since Sasha, is just saying that she's looking for another place, she's downgrading and everything like that. And Carly's like, no, let's not hire you. She's like, okay, I'll think about it. I was like, wait, what? What do you mean you'll think about it? Oh, you have to move into a smaller place because you can't afford the current one that you have. Is there no sense of urgency with this woman whatsoever? By the way, just for FYI, it's always a dumb idea to quit a job before you have another job lined up. Just want to throw that out there as a PSA. But she's like, I'll think about it. I just got to find something that really captures me. I'm like, is it is anything going to start to capture you when you're on the streets? Okay. Anyway, Olivia comes in and they get to talking, and Olivia wants to hire Sasha as a chef. Yep, and she says yes. After an hour of Snit there trying to convince her, and I'm Snit there thinking, let me get this straight. You go from secretary to model, business mogul, chef. Yep, I can totally see it. What the? This is what I mean by when I sit there and say, the writers, it's interesting, it's all over the place. That's the all over the place part that I'm sitting there talking about. Yep, that's right. So she's gonna be the chef for the Quartermains. Mm-hmm. Hey, so Laura is not there talking to Ava, and Sonny comes in. Sonny's like, listen, I want to sit there and commission, an artist to donate to the city. I want to sit there and do something for my girl, my kids, or whatever, so this way they can be proud or whatever. And Laura has this smart ass remark talking about, well, what makes you think that the city would want your donation or something? And I'm like, wow, okay. So those two talk. And long story short, she's like, I don't want to sit there and turn a blind eye towards your criminal activity. I can't do it anymore. And she brings up the beating in Cyrus, and I'm just like, oh, you're worried about your brother. The brother that is the reason why your daughter is in a coma. Really, really, you really want to sit there and do this now? Poor Cyrus. I don't know what the hell is going on. It's like this contagious level of stupid. It's Laura, it's Jocelyn, Hell, I think even Christina at one point is talking about, oh, he wants to then do it to a defense, to him, and he's all defenseless and everything like that. That same person was going to murk your dad. And yet, almost every person that I've just mentioned so far has sat there and compared Cyrus to this broken old man. Like we should be feeling bad for him. And Sonny's like, yo, listen, he should be in jail. Of course, Sonny should be in jail too, so that that's the joke right there. And she says that. I'm like, but he should still be in jail for what he did to your daughter. Are you just gonna act like that just doesn't matter, right? What is it? Is it the writers just gonna retcon that? Because I felt like they retconned that on an emotional level. So okay, sure. They go back and forth or whatever. Now the thing is, because Sonny's like, we known each other for a long time. We're connected through family. I've been good to you. Now, with that being said, that does not mean as the mayor she should be seen to turning a blind eye towards this criminal activity, and she does say that. And I understand that part. But there's something about this sudden turn to now he's the bad guy and I gotta sit there and treat him like a criminal, like y'all two don't have history. That's the thing that's been just pissing me off about Laura, right? She's champion for Esme, the girl who screwed over a lot of people in Port Charles. She is defending Cyrus, the guy who put her daughter in a coma. She's not there talking about how she should have been there more for Heather Weber, who killed and harmed countless people. It, this is what they're doing to Laura at this point. And they've been doing this for a while. So it's very hard when she sits there and talks about, oh, my there was one video where I was talking about how it was very hard for me to feel sympathy towards Laura when it came towards Spencer's death. Because I'm like, oh, you were sitting there literally helping out the woman who caused your grandson's death. What am I actually supposed to feel sorry for? I'm confused. Of course, Ava comes in and Ava's like, oh, like she acts all surprised, even though she was eavesdropping the entire time. And Sonny's like, yeah, she betrayed me and stuff like that. So now it's all Ava, you know. Nina comes in and Nina's like, wants to talk to Carly about the electrical issue. And Carly's like, you mean that electrical issue that happened like, not that long ago when I was running Crimson? Oh, that same one. Oh, man, that's weird. You know what? I get the same people to fix, to fix it that I had to sit there and deal with since you like them so much. I get those people. Um, Nina does make a remark talking about, oh, and I thought you was gonna sit there and get back to hotel all by yourself. I laughed so hard because let's be honest, that's one of the things that a lot of people are annoyed about with Carly. Is that she didn't get the hotel by herself, and that she had somebody get it for her. When she kept saying the entire time, well, I'm gonna get it by myself. I'm gonna get it by myself. I'm gonna sit there and climb to the top. I'm gonna get it by myself. And then you sat there and you had a man buy you the hotel. And yeah, I understand this, Jason. I don't give a damn. Okay, Nina was 100% right, and it was 100% laughable, and I enjoyed that laugh. Now, Nina does sit there and talk about how Ava screwed her over, um, and basically she's there saying, I'm an ex-wife now, but just to let you know, Ava is toxic towards Sonny, and Carly's like, listen, I don't agree with you on a lot of things, but I agree with you on that. Now, Gregory gets home from the hospital, being checked out and everything like that, and Finn's like, we need to sit there and give you a caregiver. But in Gregory's eyes, like, so you mean a babysitter? And of course, he's angry, he's defensive about it, and Finn's like, what happens next time that happens? and Violet is there and she can't help you. She's gonna sit there, she's gonna sit there and be mad at herself that she didn't help you. And Gregory's like, that's emotional blackmail. But the thing is, he was literally sitting there trying to talk to him for a good 2 or 3 minutes, trying to get him to see that your symptoms are getting worse and you need somebody there for you. Since he wants to sit there and listen, it's like, all right, think about Violet. He's like, that's emotional blackmail. No, that's just the reality of the situation. And it sucks and it hurts, but it is what it is. And Gregory's like, well, what if I don't? He leaves, Tracy comes over. Gregory gets defensive towards Tracy, and Gregory vents about how he still wants to keep his independence and everything like that. And she agrees with him, and Gregory's like, all right, you're agreeing with me too much. But she's like, at the end of the day, is your pride more important than your granddaughter? You know, because what she said is something that Finn said when Finn was sitting there talking to Alexis. He wants to sit there. He has to put his daughter first. He's not going to sit there and traumatize his daughter again. That's exactly what Tracy said. Tracy was like, he's responsible for making sure, he's responsible for Violet's emotional well-being. So she can't sit there and go through something like that again. He's not going to do that. Um, Tracy's like, you got two choices. You can either abide by Finn's rules, or you can sit there and go to Turning Woods. And she got through to him. Now Finn wasn't there saying the same thing, and because he was going to go to a meeting, but Alexa's like, why don't you just go to a meeting first, do that, and she even came with him. Now Molly came over to pretty much Finn because she's just getting it from all sides, between the stuff that's going on with Christina, TJ, and his concerns, and how to sit there and deal with those two because they're both being a little bit too much. At the same time, they both have valid points. Um, Although TJ does come across as ungrateful at times, having Christina stay out late, arguing with people, running around town, doing stuff that's none of her business, sitting her pregnant ass down, he's doing the exact opposite, which is proving him right. But, you know, it's getting to a point where it's like, you can see he's starting to be like, oh, you should be doing this, you should be doing that. And Molly has to sit there and agree with him to some extent, but also defend his sister. And then there's the whole Sonny thing. So she is getting it from all sides. And long story short, she's like, she wants Alexis to talk to Christina to sit there and calm her down so this way she's not running around town trying to confront Ava and Nina and, worrying about Sonny. It's like, no, she needs to sit there and worry about herself and her pregnancy, which is like, she's doing two jobs now, right? She's bar owner. I could have swore it was something else she was doing. She's a surrogate, and she's going to be opening a foundation. I could have swore it was something else, but I can't think of it. Anyway, I feel like that's pretty much about it for the most part. I don't think I've missed too much. I think I kind of covered damn near everything. There's clearly more to talk about, so come to the live stream tonight, 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. We'll sit there and talk about all the shows, General Hospital, Days of Our Lives, Bold and Beautiful, Young and Restless. And with that being said, I'm going to go. Hopefully I see you in the live stream tonight, and we'll talk more about it then, as well as the other shows I got. I got stuff to talk about with that as well. So, see you soon.